Hello, magic makers. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If you're watching this video, this reading is for you. A transmission through the Serpent Gate, a page in the Codex, and perhaps a message you were meant to remember. Before we begin, please hit the like button, light the fire. Every like you leave is a torch lit along the spiral road. Every comment is a sigil etched into the vault of echoes. And if this message resonates, consider subscribing and joining our journey through the temple. If there is anything you wish for me to hold in light or carry into the temple with you, a prayer, a protection, an intention, speak it below. Now, these readings are not predictions, they are transmissions. And I am merely the messenger. The meaning is yours to uncover. So open the temple within and listen for what echoes back, because the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And here is the 10 of Cups. This is bliss. This is infinite joy. This is never-ending bliss. This is an open-ended satisfaction. Okay? Contentment. Peace, this is dream come true. This is happily ever after. I feel like you're somebody who draws people in. You're part of a huge family. I feel like it's the collective family, you know? I feel like you are part of something infinitely great. Yeah. I feel like you're somebody that people really feel loved by you. You know, like you have a way of making people feel just bliss, you know? Like when people are with you, it's kind of like they don't want for anything else. Like when people are with you, they're not thinking, oh, I wish I was here doing this, I wish this, I want that. No, people are just like content to be with you in your presence, in your family. Like it's really awesome, okay? I feel like you're somebody who has big dreams. You have a lot of plans. I think you know how you want your life to feel. Yeah. I feel like you have a vision for how you want your world to be. Not necessarily how it looks, but you know how you want it to feel. You know what I'm saying? Like you may not know the color of the wallpaper. You may not know the type of carpet or the furniture, but you know the love that's in the room. And that's what matters to you. That's what you find important. That's what you're striving for. Okay? Let's put this card into a little bit of context. Yeah, let's use our Dove and Serpent spread. Here we have the 8 of Pentacles. We have an Ace of Cups. We have a 7 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles. Tower. Okay, yes. There's a powerful shift happening. A powerful shift. Here we have the Strength card, the 6 of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. There's a prophecy here that shows your destiny cannot be delayed. I think that this Tower is really a breakthrough. I think that Tower is a pivotal moment. I think it is a major event that's signaling the arrival of this kind of destiny, right? Spirit's kind of like, in a way, Spirit's clearing a space for something new to begin for you. And when the door opens, do not hesitate, okay? Hesitation is going to cost you more than action. And maybe this is kind of, you know, this is, to me, feels like a consistent effort. The 8 of Pentacles. You've been slowly refining something over and over again, renewing your efforts and refining your craft and the patience with this card, right? All of this steady energy, this steady devotion leads to the breakthrough. This door is going to open, okay? And the fear, the Tower is always a scary thing. The fear is going to transform into courage the moment you commit. And abundance is going to follow you when you act in alignment. hidden gifts are going to rise. Okay? Got to release that old story. Let's draw the hidden key from the codex, the unseen cipher, the one truth yet unrevealed. This is a card pulled at random, a fragment of the codex beyond the known spread. It represents the factor infinite and unknown, what the watchers have not yet allowed us to see. We're going to set it down right over here with Bubo, the mechanical owl, right there on top. Now, we're not going to release that kraken until the end of the transmission, but when we do, it will bring all the threads together and confirm the prophecy and close the current page of the codex. If you feel the pulse of intuition, if the dove current is whispering to you, tell me what you sense. Leave a comment. What do you think the hidden key will reveal? Not what the card is, but what that key will reveal. What is the message it will bring? Okay, now let's look around the room. We see, obviously, our two major arcana energies. The Tower is really that breakthrough, and it's a disruption. It is a major portal, a major doorway opening. Okay, this is crazy. This is powerful. Powerful shift here. It's a shift toward more love, a shift toward more contentment, more beauty. It's a shift that really is allowing your dream to come true. Okay, and it's rewarding all of your steady persistence. Yeah, it's leading to courage. This is the pivotal moment of your life. Everything changes from this moment on, okay? This is the Serpent Gate, and it's happening quickly, okay? Whatever delays have been happening, those delays are over, okay? And it's really going to ask for your courage. You're going to have to act decisively. You're going to have to be courageous and brave and strong and disciplined. And this abundance is going to follow you. So we've got our majors. We don't have any fire right now, but this is Mars. This is fire. And of course, we have our Leo energy. This is fire here. So this is really a gateway that's igniting something very profound. It's igniting your creative prowess, your creative force and fire. Okay, so we have the water, a little bit of air, and of course we have earth, 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 a lot of earth cards. It is it's like literally a doorway, literally something that you have been toiling over for a long time. You've had this ideal vision of your life, right? Then that Eight of Pentacles becomes the challenge, the obstacle, the battle. Card 2, right? The persistence. Day after day, probably started to feel like Groundhog's Day over here. Every day doing the same thing, refining the craft, doing the same work. You know, trying to just be okay with like slow and steady progress. Every day, couple drops in the bucket. Every day, more drops in the bucket. And all that persistence, it kind of wears on you. It makes you feel like things are happening way too slowly. But you're patient. You've been patient. You've been steadily putting in that effort. Slowly over the course of time, not trying to rush, paying attention, doing everything the right way. Refining your craft, refining yourself, cultivating this garden, right? Whatever it is. I feel like progress has been very slow, and guess what? It's all now kind of, this is like the overnight change, you know? The Tower feels like an overnight change. But you realize that it's been years, months at least, of grueling, repetitive, just churning and churning the thing over and over again. That's led up to that overnight change, you see. So this is all the work. This is all the work. This is all the failure and the progress, the growth, learning from mistakes, correcting mistakes, refining our methods and our craft, and you're sticking with it. And there's a real tenacity here. This is all the work that leads up to a breakthrough. This is absolutely amazing, too powerful to ignore. This is a sacred ignition. This is bringing all the fire. All that creative fire now is being unleashed. because you've been slowly doing, you've been very patient. Okay? You've been steadily doing that work. And it's been a challenge. That was your test. If you could do this thing slowly, but do it the right way, if you had the patience, if you cared about it enough, if you loved it enough and wanted it enough, that you could just endure the repetitive daily grind over and over and over, showing up every day, tending to this garden. Well, now Spirit's saying, you passed the test, and it's opening up. This is position 3, the soul position. This is your heart. This is what your soul knows even when you've forgotten. This is how much you love the thing. Whatever it is you're doing in your life right now, right? Whatever your destiny is, this is your pure heart. Even when you're stuck in the mud and you're just tired and you're annoyed, frustrated because things are just happening so slowly and it's just so repetitive, this is that part of you that reminds you that this is what you care about. Your heart has remained pure. Your soul knows the emotional purity here, even when you consciously kind of forget because you're just so darn tired and annoyed and, all that stuff. So this is that, desire. This is the why. It doesn't matter what this is. There's a lot of earth energy. It doesn't matter what it is for you. It is something real. It is something tangible. Has to do with health or wealth, fitness, finances. Maybe it's at home, at work, at school, your pets, your plants, your people. It doesn't matter what it is. What matters is how and why you're doing it. Okay? Why are you so devoted to whatever it is you're doing? Why are you doing it? Because you love it. Because it's who you are. Because it's it's something that it hits you in such the deepest part of your soul. It is you, And that's why you're able to just kind of daily grind. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. How many takes, How many licks does it take to get to the center of that Tootsie Roll Pop, right? Or whatever that old commercial was, with the owl. Well, that's just it. How many days, how many times do you have to keep doing this? How many repetitions does it take to finally break through and get the ultimate fulfillment of what you want? You got the ace and the 10, you see. The beginning and then the sort of the culmination. And the 10 of cups is not a limit. It's not saying you get 10 glasses of water and that's it. Basically, the 10 is the tarot's way of saying an infinite number. That's why this card is unlimited bliss. There is no cap on your satisfaction in life. There is no cap on your ecstasy or your bliss or your joy. Okay? It's open-ended. It's just because we count base 10, right? 8, 9, 10, and then a whole bunch. Some cultures are like base 3. They say 1, 2, 3, and then a lot. It's just the tarot's way of saying an infinite number of something. So you can have an infinite number of cups, and you're digging. This is you continuing to cultivate and dig for that treasure. Because you care about it, because you love it, because deep down in your soul you know this is what you're meant to do. Even when you kind of consciously forget because you're just so involved in the work that you're not thinking about it, this energy is still here motivating you, fueling all of your efforts. Now back here, this is the chain. Okay, this is the karmic weight. And it's asking if you're holding on to failures, okay, or if you're using those to continue refining your efforts. And I think going from a 7 to an 8, this is perfect. Because everybody makes mistakes, everybody has challenges, everybody encounters obstacles or roadblocks. This is Saturn in Taurus. And it says that whatever you have been building has met with some challenges. There's been some failures, some errors, some mistakes. The problem is that some people, they get a couple of challenges and they give up. They say, it didn't work. Gosh, I tried, but it didn't work. But see, you believe in this so much, you value this so deeply that you're going to figure out how to make it work. And basically that's you going up here with the 3. What is the 7 plus a 3? I'll wait. Do the math, right? It's obviously a 10, right? A 10 of pentacles. So you're trying to build something in your life that can give you this feeling, that can lead to that kind of bliss. And of course, you're going to have to meet with obstacles and challenges. There will be things in your way, but you're going to figure out, you're going to learn from those mistakes and those failures, and you're going to refine your actions. You're going to refine your protocols or your techniques or whatever. You're going to hone your craft through repetition, through patience, okay? And then you're going to understand things a little bit better. And then you're going to try again until you fail. Well, then you're going to figure out what did you learn from that failure, right? And then you're going to do it again. And that's been life for a while, I think, for you. To the point where most people, not a magic maker, you're a magic maker, but other people would have quit. Okay? Just the average listener would quit. You're a magic maker, and you're on your spiral road. And you've been going around and around and around and around for a long time. Now the breakthrough's happening. Okay? This is the giant, 3 of Pentacles. It's the card of work. You, my friends, have been putting in work. Mars in Capricorn. Grueling work, suffering through it. The repetition, the late nights, the early mornings. Okay, all the self-sacrifice. The 3 of Pentacles is all the blood, sweat, and tears that you've had to pour into this because you believe in it. It's your investment of time, effort, energy, money, and space. Yeah. All that investment. This is the perfect alignment of the creative, generative drive and the assertive and the emotional drive, plugged in, the pyramid. Okay? This is how work gets done. Big work, great work, magnum opus. Now, I don't just mean your job or what you do for money. Maybe that's it. I feel like this is your soul's work. This is your destiny work. Okay? And it could be anything. Doesn't matter what it is. If you want to share with me and with the rest of the community, you can bring that into the temple. This is a safe place. Leave your mark in the comments and share what you want to share. Whatever this is, it doesn't matter what it is. What matters is how and why. We know the why because you love it, because it's your destiny. And we know the how. Well, through trial and error, through learning and understanding, through your sheer willpower, your tenacity and perseverance, and your willingness to continue going through this spiral road until you're generating so much force and so much power is being built up here that it inevitably leads to a breakthrough. Okay? Now, the 3 of Pentacles is someone who understands the process of creation on the physical plane. You know what it takes to get the job done, and you're here and you're doing it right. It's kind of a work ethic here, you know. That breakthrough's coming. The walls are coming down. The doorways are opening. This is the imago. This is the mirror of your becoming, your higher self, your ideal form. This is the symbol of what you're slowly sculpting with every act of will. But what you're really doing is every act of will, you're slowly chiseling away all the resistance, all the obstacles. You're slowly refining yourself, okay? Until eventually it just cracks open and your light and your progress and your creative will and your spirit are just free, liberated, breaking through. It's like you're at a door and you're at a brick wall and you got a hammer and a chisel and you just keep chiseling away at that wall for years and years and years until suddenly, the light starts to shine through and there's a little bit of a rumble, and then suddenly the whole wall comes falling down. And there's no obstacle in your way anymore. It's a liberation of your creative will, of your spirit. It's paying off, And this is a pivotal moment. This is a moment where I think Spirit is like kind of clearing space, getting rid of everything that's in your way right now. And it feels like it's kind of a rumble and a shake. Maybe scary. The Tower moments are always disruptive. It's a rumble and a shake, you know? But it usually happens for your highest good. Most people don't know that, you know? See a tower and we think, uh-oh, my life's going to get bad. Something terrible is happening to me. Something devastating is happening to me. No, I think something very powerful is happening for you. Because of your efforts. You've been chiseling away at the thing for a long time. What did you expect to happen? You know, that maybe eventually there'd be a little bit of a space and you'd be able to squeeze yourself through. Maybe you didn't expect the whole wall to come down, you know. I feel like this is a rocket ship. I feel like you are blasting off. I feel like you were thinking that you were gonna slowly climb the mountain step by step. It would take years, but eventually you'd get there. You didn't expect there to suddenly be something that like just, you know, a jetpack that like whisked you to the top of the mountain. It is a sudden breakthrough. It's a pivotal moment, and I think it's coming very soon. Life will never be the same after this. It's an exclamation point. Yeah. The Tower is a moment, we've all had moments like this, of salience, of such deep and rich and powerful salience that we will never forget it. It's those moments in life where you remember the temperature of the air outside. You remember what aromas you were smelling at the time. You remember like what you were wearing and how it felt on your skin. You know? You remember how it sounded, the birds that were singing, or what, you know, random people were talking about. It's such a significant moment that all of your senses are activated, and it creates such a core memory. Such a vivid memory. There's going to be life before the Tower, which I think is a life of toil, of working, of repetition, okay? Very hard work. Life after the Tower, creative freedom, courage, resonance, harmony, flow, and I think time for reflection. And I think the realization of your truth. The Towers are liberations. Life after the Tower is going to be much different than life before the Tower was. Okay? This is an exclamation point. It's a pivotal moment. Now, I want you to subscribe to the channel. I want you to hit the like button, okay? Your general energy is this courage. This is, when this door opens, when that Tower happens, you've got to respond. You can't hesitate. You can't run away scared, right? You got to face it with courage. You got to commit to what this is. You've worked for this for a long time. Now that it's happening, don't shy away. Claim it. Claim it in the comments right now. Grab hold of this. Use your courage. It's going to require discipline and courage, but this is also confidence, inner strength. This is stature. This is the feeling like I'm finally free. Now I can reach up into the night sky and I can pull out a star and I can put it in my pocket. It's that feeling that we're capable of it now. That there's nothing in my way. There's nothing limiting me. You've got to be careful because that could become kind of a swelled up ego, but you know, I think you deserve this. This is necessary now after all of this very humble work. Then suddenly, bang, skyrocketing. Whatever you're doing, you're going straight to the top. 6 of Pentacles in the position of your environment, okay? The position of your relationships. Yeah. Sometimes this is the shadow. Sometimes this is what we are, what we've buried, or what we avoid, okay? I think it's teamwork. I think it's an idea of you being a very valuable member of the team, realizing that you have something extraordinary to contribute, not just to your local group of people, but to the larger galaxy here, you know, the larger world, the universe. that you are a valuable part of the universe, that what you bring to the table is extraordinary. I think this is also kind of, in a way, this is like light at the end of the tunnel, you know? And when you're here doing all this work, chiseling away, maybe you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. So maybe this was in the shadow, right? Because you didn't see it. You weren't looking at it. You were kind of thinking, well, maybe this is all there is. Maybe this is what my destiny was, the toil, the working in kind of darkness or maybe obscurity. Okay? Maybe this was supposed to just be the grind for life, you know? But this breakthrough now, you're realizing that, no, there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and that light is you. That it is you realizing that you are a star. Okay? You're sitting at the table now with everybody else. You're becoming part of something greater than you. And I feel like you've kind of been like, you've been knocking on the door for a long time, it's finally opening. Okay? This is a card that's saying you have to accept and embrace your success. Don't let success be a shadow thing for you. You have to let go of that old story of failure, that I wasn't good enough, something happened, something was wrong, I had to refine it. I'm still working on it, I'm still practicing, still training. I'm not good at it yet, you know, whatever. Embrace your success, own it, claim it. Okay, this is a gift, this is abundance. It's a gift that you've earned. I don't even want to call it a gift. This is something that you've earned and you deserve it and you belong here. Now, the Queen of Pentacles is looking back over the long and winding road that you've been on. Looking back over your life, this time for reflection. It's looking at the spiral road that you've been traveling. And I think really appreciating it, acknowledging it, and realizing like you've come a long way. Okay? Processing all of that toil, that entire journey of suffering and sacrifice, the blood, sweat, and tears. Looking back, you see that long winding road in the back of the card there. The queens are always looking at the past. And she's looking at the past and realizing, come a long way. Like, look where you are. After this tower event, this skyrocketing energy, this is your future self. Looking back on all the sacrifices that you did here, all the hard work, all the toil, and thinking, gosh, I'm really glad I did that. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here, sitting pretty, in your future, on your throne, with your pets, your plants, your people all around you, all this abundance around you. This is someone who's got an easier life, you know? This is like you're in charge of something. Now you're the business owner kind of thing. Now you're the star. And you're sitting with your abundance, with your luxury, in that castle that you've built. Where at first you didn't know what it would look like. You knew what you wanted it to feel like. Okay? Now here you are. Now you know the color of the wallpaper and the type of carpet you have. You know? And you've got your people, you got all that love in there too. This is someone who is enjoying what they have because they know what it was like to not have it. You knew what it was like coming up. You started from the bottom, right? Now you're here. So you have an appreciation for the road. You did things the hard way, the right way. It's not a fluke. You know, you didn't just get lucky. You worked hard for it. And you're going to get your moment. And when you get that moment, Ace of Swords, everything is going to be confirmed. You're going to have a certainty in your mind that's saying, I knew that was the right road to take. Everybody doubted me, but here I am. You know, the proof of the pudding is in the tasting. The end is going to give you the confirmation that you made the right choices on that road, and your future self is going to be very happy, very wealthy, very successful, very contented, because you stayed hungry on that road and you kept doing it even when maybe you doubted it. You never doubted it in your heart, but maybe sometimes your mind says, I don't know if this is going to be it or not. I hope this is the right road, but I will see. Well, yeah, you'll see, and this is the confirmation. So that's kind of the destiny here, is the realization that all of this was the right thing to do. Now, the 10th position is the destiny position. It's the next page waiting to be written in the codex. It's an invitation for you to step forward and, in a way, claim your next adventure. Now what are you going to do? Okay, you've broken through, you're on that higher level now. Now what? That 10 of Cups is open-ended. It's saying there's more mountain to climb if you want. What's the next story for you? What's the next page of the codex? Let's look at the mystery card. What do you think it's going to be? I kind of feel like maybe it'll be the Empress. Maybe it's going to be another ace. Yeah. Maybe it's going to be more work, another 3 of Pentacles, you know. If you have a prediction, I want you to put it in the comments. Let's see what we have. A Knight of Wands. Yeah, the Knight of Wands is you leaping forward. A surge of energy leaping forward. The Queen is looking at the past and saying, yep, all right, that was a lot of hard work, and I really have earned my rest here. And now it's like, what are we doing now? What's next? Come on, where are we going? What's the next gig? What's the next quest? We're already back on the horse leaping forward again. So it's not the road doesn't end for you. It's a spiral road, okay? And it's spiraling upward, yeah. And of course, the Queen can linger in their success as long as they want to. But eventually you're going to get hungry again. And that's kind of the thing about the 10 of Cups, right? Satiety. It's like you've gone to the buffet, you've eaten a lot of food, and you're full. And it feels good to be full. Hanging out with your friends and your family and just feeling content. But I tell you what, a couple hours, guarantee it, you're going to be hungry again. And you're going to be rooting around in the fridge. And that's what this card is, okay? Coming off that 10 of Cups, and it's bliss, and it's contentment, and it's satiety, it's fulfillment. And we let it linger as long as you feel it, feel it. You're not compelled, you're not forced to get up and do anything else. You sit there and relax. If it lasts 5 minutes, it lasts 5 years. Enjoy it. Queen of Pentacles is going to sit here for as long as she wants until you get hungry again. And then you're going to grab that sword and you're going to start the next adventure, and you're a knight of the Holy Grail once again. That's why they call it a Grail cycle, right? It happens again and again. It goes over and over and over. It repeats. It's a spiral road. Anyway, this transmission will continue beyond this gate. In the extended reading, we'll cast an I Ching hexagram, we'll draw from the oracles, we'll open a new cluster of keys from the codex. If you feel called to continue, the path is open. There's a link in the corner here. There's a link in the video description. New transmissions are twice a week for every sign. We've got bonus readings, collective readings in there, here and there as well. Okay? But be sure you watch both of your regular videos. Okay? Be sure to receive both of those. New transmissions twice a week. Subscribe if you haven't yet. It aligns your signal with the dove current and ensures that your next page in the codex will find you. Again, twice a week. Okay? Leave a comment here and let me know where along the spiral road you're watching from. Helps us to map the resonance of the temple. I want you to remember you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. The Codex reveals itself through you. I thank you and I love you. And we are all walking this path together.